Hello, and welcome to Relatable Catholic, a podcast where faith and everyday life collide with humor, honesty, and hope. We're here to remind you you're not alone on the road to heaven. If you enjoy this podcast, please subscribe to the show and consider sharing it with a friend. Welcome back. We're so glad you're here. Hello, and welcome back.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
We have a very special guest this week. Maybe you want to introduce yourself.
Friend of mine, Father John Horan. I'll introduce you that much, and then.
Yeah, thank you. So yes, I'm Father John. I'm a classmate of Father Andy Upaw, and was out visiting some other friends and classmates from Minnesota, and able to stop in here in Iowa on the way home to Illinois.
Very cool.
So asked him to come over and help out with the podcast today.
Yeah, how lucky are we?
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining us. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm been a priest like Father Andy for 7 years from Naperville, Illinois. And some things I like to do, go running, recently playing chess, or like trying to play chess.
Wow.
Yeah, right. And just became a pastor this summer. The last 4 years I was teaching in a high school in
Nice.
Kankakee, Illinois.
How's pastor life treating you?
So far, so good. Different world, different reality.
Yeah.
I joke, like, I'm really glad I don't have to do homework anymore.
Yeah.
So life is better in that sense. But it's like new responsibilities. So maybe less to do, but also like more to do.
You kind of have to write a talk every day, though.
Yeah.
I think that's homework. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's good work, but but the preaching aspect of it.
Yeah.
Put more effort into certain ones, of course, but yeah, you were telling me that you have 16,000 parishioners in your parish.
Wow.
So that made me feel
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's something like that. I haven't counted them yet, but someone told me that number. It's hard to believe, you know.
Yeah.
It is like it's a beautiful place, like a lot of things going on, and so I'm grateful to be there.
25 staff members.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Three priests working with you.
Mm-hmm.
Three associate parochial vicar priests with you.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was nice having a week off.
Yeah.
No, but the truth is, it's been a blessing. I was really afraid to go, but so far so good.
Yeah,
God's been good.
I've found. I mean, this is my second assignment, and there's good people everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
There's people that want to live their faith, and they love God, and they just want you to be holy and bring them Jesus. You know, so
Yeah.
as long as we're doing that, I think we're doing okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we talked a little bit that you and Joliet had this Catholic Leadership Institute, CLI, come in and help with some pastoral planning as well last couple of years. And I just, we're going through that right now. We're in the kind of the beginning stages. Sounds like you're kind of at stage 4 in it, and kind of towards the end of it. What would you offer for any advice or anything as people are going through it, kind of, all different places with it, any advice you might offer, or any like hopeful kind of stories?
Right. Yeah. We need some help.
Oh, man. Well, it's tough. I mean, honestly, the best advice I think is prayer, right? Like, remember to stay close in prayer. You can think about like, what things can I change? You might ask yourself that, like what impact can I have? Sometimes you almost feel like some of these decisions are out of our control. And so that's like a hardship. But like when you stay close in prayer, like God, you can trust God through good and bad. But yeah, so in our diocese, it's kind of, we have a mix of suburbs and rural areas, and the rural areas are definitely clustered. And then our switch was where it was probably more so the suburbs, in the town of Joliet, where there were just a lot of churches, just ethnic churches that had been there from different cultures, but then they're all kind of on top of each other in like a small geographic area. And so they tried to like eliminate some of those or consolidate them, but that also meant let's get rid of some of the buildings because we don't want to be burdened with that for a long time. I guess it's my perspective would be the hopeful part is it's saying we're trying to do something difficult now so that it's better in the future. And also like so that instead of having maybe two churches that are half full, you'd have one that's full, you know? And I guess like there's a different experience when you're in a church that's full and seeing more of the faithful together. So I think that's like the hopeful part. But the hard part is being flexible or being challenged to kind of let go of where you maybe have been praying and are comfortable and trying to trust God, like to lead you through that. So anyway, I guess I'd just repeat, like pray through it.
Yeah.
And then ask again, like, what can I do? And you can speak your part, especially as the process is going, to say like what you think should happen, but try to be receiving what's happening in the parts that we can't control.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think we're at the really hard part right now where like it is like the beginning stages of, you know, where we're headed. And it's hard for me to comment on it because I know that my parish is going to be here, which is a true blessing, but really trying to think about like, oh my gosh, like how would I feel if the parish that I went to my whole life, you know, was going to be in a different capacity. So it is hard. And I do have sympathy for everyone who's like really going to be affected. Because I don't like change. So like that's part of it too, is like the change is really hard. And I think like even almost comparing it to when a loved one passes away, like you're mourning their death, but also you're mourning like everything is going to change too. You're like, things won't be the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And right now, like it feels like there's just lots of like bargaining. Like it's like what can we do to save our loved one?
Yeah.
They're just like this let's think about anything we can possibly do to like immediately like save, you know, and
it's hard.
It's hard. And
it's hard on everybody.
Yeah. And I think that even like Bellevue people, they're going to have to change too.
Yes.
Like, you know, it's, you know, you say my parish. Well, as soon as the parish boundaries change, it's no longer just your parish. It's actually everyone's parish then.
Right. Yeah.
And so then to go like the people in Makokata have the same right to St. Joe's Bellevue as you do, and they're now going to be taking your sacristan spot. Like you're not going to sacristan as much because or you know, just like different things, and like
I don't think I'll be fighting anybody to sacristan,
but
never know.
People
You
might.
never know. Some people would.
We welcome more sacristans. We only have about 3. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, like I think maybe like extraordinary minister, like, you know, that's something that, you know, like
or people's seats.
Right. Yeah.
Or,
don't take the second pew.
There's a chance to be welcome into folks.
Right.
And, to reach out, even though you say like, I can't imagine how it feels for them. Like you have a chance to love them still.
Right. Yeah. And I think that's a good perspective too, to remember like our parish might not be like changing in like the capacity of like not having a weekend mass, but remembering that it might be a really, really like a good opportunity to be servants and, you know, to be able to welcome people and not take it as like who are all these people in my parish?
Yeah.
You know, but as more of like a welcoming.
And it won't be welcome to my parish, but welcome to your parish.
Yeah.
This is your parish.
Yeah.
We expected to see you here. Thanks for being here. You know, kind of like, we this is your parish, you know, and now, you know, I want you to be part of it and take as much ownership for it as you had with the other ones. And that's a tough kind of a switch too, of because I just think it's ours. Well, it's not us and them. It's not us and, and Makokata and Preston and St. It's not Saints Peter and Paul. It's not us versus them. It's us. We're Catholic. We're
Yeah.
like together in
Yeah.
this, and we're all striving to live a life of faith and live our Catholic faith together. And we get us and them. That's when we get problems.
Right. Yeah. So I think it's been a hard season.
Yeah.
So.
And Father John, you mentioned that too, that it was a hard season at the beginning, and there's still some hard.
Some situations still aren't really resolved, but and it wasn't always pretty. And sometimes I'll admit, like, I don't understand all the decisions that were made. But then on the other hand, I think like they're trying to consolidate where they see there's like not a lot of like life of the faith being lived out in a place, or just trying to, I guess it's kind of like asking what's it going to look like in 10 years or in 20 years, and then trying to like make a plan to salvage it that way. I don't know, but it's sad. Yeah.
And you mentioned something too about like having two, like instead of two like half full masses, having one full mass. There's really something to that.
You can experience that when you're.
It's very, very tangible.
Yeah.
As a priest, I think from the people's standpoint too, it's very tangible. And just being honest, like I like celebrating in a full church. It is a lot more like, because like, I just spent 10 hours working on a homily, and if I give it to just a few people, it's like, what did I do all this work for? Like it just, I don't know. There's something about a big full celebration where everybody's participating, everybody's singing, everybody's responding. It just feels better.
Yeah.
And the same feeling, I think, can go where you see families with you, and you see like more energy, I guess, more excitement in the parish. We like to, I think it's like a joke, but we say like, if you don't hear crying,
church is dying.
Church is dying.
Yeah.
So like, people might complain.
Like, whoa, the church is alive.
Yeah, right.
It's like they all
loud,
start crying on the same day.
But it's really a blessing. And I think even if you might, at first maybe it's uncomfortable to be all together, kind of feel like you're being forced to be together, but hopefully you can find a blessing there, like you're saying, and where it's something exciting, something more opportune.
For sure.
Yeah. So keep praying for us. We're in the thick of it, I think.
You got it.
Yeah. And pray for Father Andy. Like, I'm just like at home praying though.
Yeah.
We'll get through it.
Yeah.
So
speaking of full masses, our Tuesday night masses have been very full lately.
Yeah. 93 people at their last Tuesday night.
What?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And it's just great crowds. It's very, very hopeful that way.
It's a great mass. Like, it's just like, I don't know. There's something about a night mass or like a weekday mass that's just beautiful.
I love weekday masses. I mean, I think if you have never experienced a daily mass, it's a different experience. But at the same time, it's just a great opportunity.
Yeah.
When I lived in Des Moines, I would go to daily mass before work. That was my practice, and it was a really good practice to start the day with God. I actually prefer starting my day with mass. If I just have the option, I'm always going to have mass first thing.
Yeah.
But this Tuesday night mass is really like, this is probably the first time I've had like a consistent evening mass, and it's been so well attended. It's like maybe all the masses should be in the evening. Like that's almost where
when more people can
actually attend.
And because I know we even talked about the beginning of the school year, because now Wednesday masses are they at 8 or 8:25?
They're still at 8. Yeah.
They're at 8, but then so like I teach, so I can't. We go to mass on Fridays, so like
the school.
We talked about like what if we did a 7 a.m. mass? Like I wonder if people would be able to join, but just things to think about. But I thought of that at mass on Tuesday. It's like, wow, like there's so many people here. It's beautiful. Yeah.
I mean, well, I'd say probably the least I'm seeing at daily mass is like 30, 35 on a Wednesday.
Sounds great.
Which is still pretty good.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But to have, closing in on 100, it's like, oh, this
Yeah.
is like pretty.
That one
cool.
day last year, there was like there must have been a snowstorm or something that day. Were there like 3 people there that day or something?
Yeah.
I enjoyed that mess.
That happens.
I can always make it to church, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
It's the nice thing about living close to church.
Like,
living
living
walking
very
distance.
close. I can crawl if I need to. Which is always nice when there's a snow day because it's like, well, I know I can make it to school, but nobody else can. More exciting news. I mowed my lawn for the last time this year.
Oh, congratulations.
I hate mowing my lawn.
It's
and
over.
And it's over, and I'm grateful. I like to mow it really short the last time, so that way when it snows, it really seems like we got a big snow.
Nice.
Because I like snow. Nobody else does, but
We were up at St. Donatus, and we saw like the grass was cut real short. I don't know if that was the
maybe
sheep,
they've got. Well, my uncle
or if
does.
it was someone
or
cutting
maybe
it.
he's got the same mentality.
but you could just get some sheep out here. They keep it short for you.
I would love that. If I
Yeah.
had anything to not mow the lawn.
Yeah, we went up the Stations of the Cross, and the sheep had they had that really, really well trimmed.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
The sheep, they're doing their job, I guess.
I think though, if I had to, like the size lawn you had, I think I would look into one of those little
Automated
ones.
robots. The robots.
The robot
Robots.
ones, I know.
Yeah, I think those are the coolest.
Yeah, somebody has one, like 2 blocks up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. And Carl's really scared of that one.
Yeah.
So, well, it's okay. He's scared of all robot vacuums. So,
Well, all those stories about robots turning against humans. Do you really want a robot with blades?
that's true. That's true. Seems kind of demonic to me.
Oh, funny.
Okay, well.
Should we get our actual topic here today?
So last week we talked a lot about Halloween and All Hallows Eve and All Saints Day, and we just touched a little bit on All Souls Day. But I wanted to talk about it a little bit more. And I know we've talked about purgatory a little bit, but, I don't really remember what we talked about that much. So it's good to hear again if we talked about some of this stuff. So I think today we're headed towards All Souls Day, and then what that means for the souls in purgatory, and just what is purgatory. So that's where we're going to start today. So
yeah, purgatory, is this place where it's like a purgation, so it's like purifying, and we know from Scripture that that nothing imperfect can enter heaven. Nothing unclean shall enter heaven. That's from Revelation 21:27. So we can kind of examine our own lives. If there's anything in us that's attracted to sin, or, it might not even be that we have actual sin, but just even the attraction to sin has to go before we enter into heaven. That has to be purified from us.
you might say purged.
Purged. That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So if we make it to purgatory, that's good news, because that means we're going to heaven. It's just a matter of how long it's going to take, how long that purification process is going to take, and in that state.
And so does your purification process, does the length of your time in purgatory matter, like how much you're still attached to sin, or is it like attached to like how many people are praying for you?
Probably both. And
Great question. Honestly, it's hard to say, but I think you're right to say both, because it's a time of purification, but at the same time, it's after time, like it's after death. It's a little bit, in my mind, it's a little tricky to talk about time in purgatory, because we don't really know. They used to have like prayers that would say 500 days of purgatory for this and 300 days of purgatory for that, but I honestly don't know what that means.
yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like they've went away from that a little bit.
We try
they
not
don't
to
talk about that.
Yeah.
Sort of this. If you do
Specifics,
this, if you do this indulgence. It's going to take off this much.
Right. Well, especially
time.
because how do you know? You know?
Right.
You know?
I
Like,
really don't.
Right.
If you really think about it, like this time right now on earth is kind of like purgatory, right? It's
some might say hell.
It can be. It can be that too.
yeah, but you're trying to purge your sins right now so that that doesn't take place. That doesn't have to take place later on.
Yeah.
I have a few books on purgatory in my office,
shocked.
and yeah, I know that's shocking. But one of them is a story about like there's I haven't read this story in a while. Someone just reminded me recently that there was a girl that died. She was 8 years old, and there was a vision of her in heaven and or in purgatory, and it was like she's going to be in purgatory until the second coming. Like she's going to be in purgatory for a long, long time. Why was that? Was she that bad of a sinner, or was like people just like I think part of the problem right now is that people forget to pray. Like they're just like, oh, she's 8, she's fine. You know, they didn't actually pray for her like she deserved to receive those prayers too. Like what was the actual cause? I don't remember the story enough, but we shouldn't just sit here and go, oh, we'll be fine. You know, like,
Right. Because when we die, correct, like we're in purgatory, like there's nothing we can do about it anymore. Like we rely on other people's prayers. Like we're dead. Like we can't, there's nothing that we can do about it. Like it's really up to our loved ones. And can it be anybody? Like to pray for us to make our way to heaven?
I would think so. Anyone could pray for you. My impression is like at the time of death, we call it the particular judgment, where God like kind of judges you, but it's not the final judgment, which is the end time. And in the particular judgment, to go to purgatory means like you're free from mortal sin, like you're in relationship with God, but not perfectly so. Mm-hmm. So we do rely on the prayers of others, and I guess that's the main thing is like we say people in purgatory can't kind of pray for themselves, but they receive our prayers. Like we have that opportunity, just like the saints in heaven pray for us. Mm-hmm. Like we have a chance to pray for these and people in purgatory. Think about every mass, like we do pray for the dead, you know, those who have faithfully departed. So we always kind of name it, but it's always cool to think of your own people, you know, and who knows.
Yeah. The one that gets named is the priest's intention. That's mine and your intention, and the people can have their own intentions, like in that mass, right? Like, so they say that the most powerful prayer, that the place that people get released the most, because we can pray any time, like we can sit here right now and make a prayer for the people in souls in purgatory, but the point that is the most efficacious is the mass, right? So that's when the majority of souls are released. And in particular, All Souls Day is a big day for people being released from purgatory, and Christmas Eve.
Huh.
Yeah, Christmas Eve is a really big one for souls, for whatever reason, being released. Christmas.
All the almsgiving.
I don't know. Is it
Like Scrooge giving his donations.
Is it the? I mean, Christmas Eve, my first year at Nativity, 1,100 people at Mass.
Oh wow!
I mean,
that's awesome.
Beautiful.
And that's what the church fits with standing room, right? Wow. That's it's like or extra chairs at least, and and so is that like we talk about like having everybody together in bigger masses? It's a big increase of faith, right? That your
boost
faith,
of faith
is boosted by everybody else and praying
together.
Yeah, and I was even thinking, just like you said me about the rosary. What's the guy that kind of promulgated the rosary?
Saint Dominic.
Saint Dominic. Was there another one after that really pushed a little bit more? One of them said that when you pray the rosary yourself, that's worth one, but when you pray it with somebody else, it like multiplies the effect of that. Of the rosary that you're praying in community. It multiplies that effect rather than just like your own like.
Yeah.
So I wonder too if that has that same sort of effect for the souls in purgatory. But the Mass definitely is that number one place where we should be remembering our family and praying for them for their release from purgatory if they are, and if they are, like. I mean, I still pray for my mom. She died almost 3 years ago. 40 priests came to her funeral mass. So you had 40 masses for her, essentially, in my mind. You had
Right.
a lot of priests praying on their own. So my mom got tons of masses right away. But now 3 years later, I still pray masses for her. And the thing is, like, if she's out of purgatory, great. It just goes to someone else in purgatory. Like, that's kind of my deal with God is, like, just send it to the lowest person in purgatory, the one that's been there the longest and needs it the most.
That's awesome. And I think I know people that at the end of the prayers, like prayer before a meal, they'll include that line, and all the souls of the faithful departed through the mercy of God rest in peace.
Yeah.
And so like these friends, they're always like, gotta pray for the poor souls. But like that's like part of her upbringing, and she shared it with her family, and it's a chance to like just always remember. And I think that's pretty cool because you're probably going to eat a couple times a day, and you say a real quick prayer for them.
Yeah. We started to say it in the classroom after our end of the day prayer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, because I was like, well, that's easy to learn. We can do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it's been good. It's good for the kids to think about it, too. And, yeah.
I think when, like, I just got an email from the Vicar General saying, you need to do your will. We're supposed to do it like we're supposed to do it right after we're ordained. Did you do your will after you were ordained?
No, I never made a will. I made funeral plans, but I never made a will.
We're supposed to
do
make
that,
a will and funeral plans, and I've done neither. So,
living large over here.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm very confident.
Living on faith, I guess.
But I think that'd be a really cool thing to do is just take like a bunch of money and just say, I don't care where, but I want you to get me like 300 masses. I want you to just send $10 to like
single masses. Yeah. Don't
single
put
masses.
me in a group mass.
I don't want a collective. I want and just send them all over the country or world. Like I don't care. I just want that'd be really like a good insurance policy.
Well, it's beautiful. Like say, we need some prayers said. Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to try really hard to get rid of all my sin right now. You know, while I'm here, I have some control over that. But like at the same time, I got a ways to go.
And I know sometimes we see like people who have to deal with a lot of pain and suffering, like illnesses, and there's kind of a joke like going through meetings or different things that are real painful. You say, oh, just take some time off purgatory right there. You know, like I'm suffering through it. But I think those illnesses, especially at the end of life, like those, as hard as I can't even imagine how hard that is, you might also say that could be a blessing of like time of purgatory here, you know, like you're being purged now. If like you can embrace it spiritually, but it's hard to imagine.
Yeah, to offer it up. Hear that all the time too.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Offer it up for someone else, or offer it up for yourself. Like, to him.
So All Souls Day is Sunday, and we are celebrating combined with the weekend mass, right? Kind of, sort of.
Yeah. So it's one of those days that trumps ordinary time. 31st. It should be the 31st Sunday in ordinary time, and it will be All Souls. Yep. And then the 32nd Sunday gets trumped by the Feast of Lateran Basilica.
Oh wow!
So
how about that?
So 2 weeks in a row we have. This is the first time I
didn't even realize that.
I don't think this has happened yet in our priesthood where both of these have happened.
No, probably not.
On Sunday.
Wow.
But yeah, so we'll celebrate. 3 of the 4 masses will be masses of remembrance this coming weekend. So,
And that's just, tell us what that is.
well, basically, the mass of remembrance is a ceremony remembering everybody that's died in the last year. So everybody since last November 2nd, just remembering them, praying for them, kind of collectively, and then, we'll light a candle for them to have a candle with their picture on it, and that will be lit during Mass, and then the family can take that home. They might also at this month have the opportunity to leave it until the end of the month and light it and keep new inserts in it and that. So yeah, kind of a nice little remembrance for everyone that's passed from our parishes in the last year.
Is there a special indulgence? Because we talked about indulgences, right? If you visit a cemetery and you pray, is it 8 days, 10 days?
If you complete everything within 8 days, which is
I read that you can visit the cemetery 8 times, or
Yes.
within the week after All Souls, and so you can get an indulgence each time you go. But then you're right, then there's the confession and receiving communion within a reasonable span of days, which they kind of say are a week or 2 or something.
Yeah.
But so there is a plenary indulgence for visiting a cemetery, praying for the dead, and praying for the Pope in the normal circumstances of the indulgence.
And no attachment to sin.
Which again, that's the goal of purgatory, right? Yeah, that's it. But hey, I think if you're praying for others, it's I think God's helping with those things.
Yeah.
In the moment of the indulgence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that's how it works too.
Hopefully, there's not too many near occasions of sin in the cemetery.
Right. For sure. No, I mean, going to a cemetery really does make you think about your mortality.
Even
right?
just talking about doing the will, you don't want to think about that most of the time.
No.
I don't want to stop and think about.
For sure, a reason why I haven't done that yet. I don't want to stop and think about that.
Yeah.
But stopping and think about that makes you go, oh, I am gonna die, and I'm not perfectly clean right now as I need to be. So how am I gonna?
And also puts things into perspective. I am gonna die. I all of the simple worries. Not the simple, but the worries of the day, the time. It's well,
yeah.
My goal is heaven, and these days will pass.
Yeah, these anxieties that we have and struggles. I mean, in terms of eternity, can kind of disappear when you think about it.
And that can be a hopeful thought too, because then you say oh, this thing that's really bothering me. If I really think about death, not that it's a morbid thought, but maybe it'll help you say, oh, it's not the biggest thing.
Yeah. Right.
It's just like purgatory kind of shows us there's a passing of that suffering too, or of that penance time.
I'm curious if you have any practices, any things that you've seen for All Souls, for your Mass of Remembrance, if you guys do that over there in Joliet.
So for one thing, it's a blessing. I've been involved with a Spanish ministry, and so the Day of the Dead is kind of a
Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah, Dia de los Muertos is a Hispanic tradition, Mexico for sure. And so they would actually make these little ofrendas, which means offerings. And this is one of those things that you're what's going on here? Because it looks like you're building a little altar to the dead, or is it sort of ancestor worship? You might wonder, is there something like that going on? But I think the cultural attitude is we're praying for them, we remember them, but we're praying for them, and kind of going to literally going to the cemetery. There's that kind of Catholic vision of we're praying for the people we're actually visiting in this time period. And so, anyway, I guess I've seen that as a chance. And the big thought is, again, we're praying for these people as we remember them. In the churches, sometimes we also have have faithful bring pictures. And of course there's a book where people write down names of the deceased. Those things are some of the practices we have.
I believe we have the Book of Remembrance as well at all the parishes. I know St. Ignatius has, like, people bring pictures from way back, and those are displayed all through the month. And
That's cool.
There's definitely some good practices, but all of it directed towards praying for them.
The dead.
Yeah.
So here's the question that, especially when I was teaching, is like a real easy question. I don't know, like people get confused about. Can anyone from purgatory be decided like, well, you didn't do it, you're going to hell? Like is sometimes people think, is purgatory just sort of like the waiting room? Like we don't know yet. Where am I going to go? What's happening now?
Tell us.
Oh, no. The answer is
no. You're in purgatory. You're going to heaven.
You're going to heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like you're actually assured of salvation in that.
So that's cool.
So purgatory isn't something to be scared of.
Not really. I mean,
Because I've always thought of it like, oh gosh, like I'm gonna be stuck in purgatory, like, and I just want to go to heaven. I don't want to go to purgatory, but
that's probably a better attitude than like, well, I only have to make it to purgatory, so I don't have to be that good. Like someone might have that kind of hope, and that would maybe be a little precarious, right?
Yeah. Presumptuous, right?
Right. Yeah.
Presuming on God's grace and mercy that I'm just going to go ahead and keep living this sinful life and not think that there's any ramifications to it. It's like, no, like there are. So I don't think there should be any more concern about purgatory than there is about living right now, right? Like I guess the temptation is greater. That's the nice thing about purgatory. Will be like there won't be any more temptation. Like we will see what we are missing clearly. Like right now we can't quite see God. Now we're going to see God in purgatory. We'll see God in the distance. We'll go, oh, if I'd have just worked on this purging process a little bit harder, I could have been there already. And so that'll be the pain. That'll be what the fire will be separated from God, and seeing Him more distinctly, and knowing that He's that close, and we didn't do our part here. I think that's the bigger concern at some level.
Right. Yeah.
And and honestly, this is kind of one of those topics that we might say separates us Catholics from the Protestant Christians, that they would not talk about purgatory or have that sense of it. But I also think it's an indication of our Catholic vision that holiness is possible, and in this life, like we're called to become holy, and there's something really hopeful about that. There's something that's beautiful. So then you say, like, if you don't get holy, like, they got something coming. But on the other hand, it's just a reminder, like, we're actually called to it. Like, we're called to be transformed right here, right now. And then God promises to do that, and, kind of in the preparation for heaven.
Was it Martin Luther's kind of vision for us was that we're just a piece of dung with white snow covering us over? I mean, we don't Catholics don't see it that way. We see ourselves as good, created good in God's image and likeness, and we can be transformed. Here we're not just a piece of dung that's being covered. Like, we're being
Speak
covered.
For yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. He had that attitude, like we are both sinners and justified at once. And it's and for Catholics we'd say, like, well, no, like you can't be in God's grace and be a sin. You know what I mean? Like we are sinners in the sense that we struggle with sin, but then like we're called to repent of that. We're called to be purified of that, to be holy. And that's the work of God's grace. And so, I think part of the reason the Protestants don't believe in purgatory is they say, well, God basically just like snaps his fingers, like you're good, or like he winks at you, like I got you. And that's true. Like Jesus has offered us the blood and his body and blood, and but we see it as like we're called for a transformative growth right here, and for eternity. Very hopeful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It is the year of hope. What are we going to say when it's not the year of hope anymore?
That's a good question.
I have a question that's maybe not related at all. So sometimes I struggle with, like, am I being selfish because, like, sometimes, like, am I doing good and not sinning or trying to avoid sin and, like, doing all the sacraments because I want to go to heaven, or am I doing it for love of God?
It's a very good question. I think everybody probably should. I mean, it's kind of there at some level. Like, why do we do what we do? Purifying our motives, purifying our intentions, and I believe God just does that, right? I think that there's this kind of, like, it's mixed for a while. There's maybe when you first come to the faith, it might be this fear, like, I don't want to go to hell. But then at some point it turns into, like, I love God so much, I don't want to disappoint him. And those things, like, come from the bottom and the top and kind of meet somewhere in the middle, you know, like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. First, like, I mean, when you say I want to go to heaven, that means I want to love God, you know? So, like, that's because if we have an image of heaven that it's like apart from God, it's just like that doesn't exist, right? But yeah, what you just mentioned reminded me of Saint Bernard of Clairvaux, and he had those, like, 4 stages of love of God. And I think some of them, it starts off like, I love myself and God's kind of convenient for me, you know, like, and it's like, oh yeah, if I love God, then I get this for me, you know? But then later it's like, I actually love God, and maybe it might step where it's like, I love God, not myself, but then actually, like, the fullness is actually recognizing because God loves me, like, yeah, everything is for God. And I don't know, you'd have to, like, look that up, I guess. But yeah, I think, yeah, it really wouldn't be a selfish thing to say, I want to go to heaven. But I think about the gospel this weekend with the Pharisee who he kind of suggests, like, well, I'm glad I'm better than everybody else. If I had that attitude, like, there's a problem with that. If I'm like, I want to go to heaven and I don't care about all y'all other folk, I don't know, like, that would be a problem.
So as far as, like, action steps, so we have, like, you can visit a cemetery, pray for the dead. Like, when we say pray for the dead, what exactly do we mean? Just, like, God bless you. Or is there a special prayer that we should be praying? Or
I think one thing for sure recommend is when you go to Mass, have an intention when you get to Mass for someone that has passed. So that, and if it's nobody in particular, it can be someone that's in purgatory that's been there the longest. That's how I kind of usually phrase it or think about it. You can say any prayer. The prayer of, what was the prayer cards that I gave to
Saint Gertrude?
The Saint Gertrude prayer.
Do you have a bunch of those?
I don't have a bunch. I have a few, and I could probably buy more. So
I feel like there was a bunch of them somewhere in your office.
There is a stack. I think at least 10 or 20. So maybe I can pick up some more before. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see how fast the UPS is. But
and that one has, like, on the back, it has, like, a number. It was like, every time you say this prayer, you release 1,000 souls from purgatory. And you gave them to my students last year, so then they were like, I released 8,000 people from purgatory today.
Epic.
They were really into it. So I recommend giving it to kids. They're up for any sort of challenge.
Hey, kids' prayers are really pure, so I think that's really a good thing to do.
Yeah. And then we talked about the prayer after meals sometimes. You want to say that one so people can hear it.
May the souls of the faithful departed through the mercy of God rest in peace.
Yeah. Amen. Yeah, that's a short, sweet, easy.
Yeah. I always get confused about the after meal prayer. I guess I'm bad about that one. But I think you might say, we give you thanks for these and all your benefits, and may the souls of faithful departed. Maybe that's the full thing. But anyway, you can just say it, right? You can just kind of throw that on. You can throw it on whenever. These friends did it when they said the grace before the meal. Right. And they just added that on as well. Yep.
Yeah. I've got friends that do that too. Mm-hmm. I haven't adopted it.
Yeah.
My bad.
It seems like a good thing. Seems like a nice thing. The reason we started to say
it at school was because my friend said it the last time I was at their house, and I was like, oh, that's a really easy thing that we can do at school.
I also think Divine Mercy Chaplet is a beautiful prayer for this same type of thing.
Yeah.
And just like that doesn't take long either. Some of these are like quick prayers.
Yeah.
But like the Divine Mercy Chaplet's a beautiful practice.
3:00 every day, if you can.
Our mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of busy at 3:00 every day. Sorry.
3:30 is fine. In the hour is good.
That would be a nice way to end the day, though. Everybody sit down and be quiet.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are good. Good
And visiting cemeteries. I know we talked about that earlier, but like that's the opportunity, especially at All Souls in the week after All Souls.
Yeah.
Day.
And even visiting, like, I'm really terrible. I don't visit the cemetery. My grandma and grandpa, the cemetery is like 3 blocks away. And I never visit the cemetery. I don't know why. I don't visit, but it's a good opportunity to go. And
now's a great reason to go.
Yeah, and clean the stone and just make everything beautiful.
Yeah, there's a lot here in Jackson County to go to and pray at.
Yeah,
So
go cemetery hopping.
go cemetery. That's right.
Lots of graces to be had. Right?
Yeah. So, well, I think this is a great conversation.
Yeah, but helps clear some things up for people if you had questions on this. And
Great. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So,
I did warn.
okay, good.
Father
Good.
about
Yeah. Did you warn him that you do the
Seems
cringy?
like it's like a dangerous thing. Yeah.
I did not warn him about that.
He also does a cringy intro.
Oh,
Here we go. Ready?
ready.
Can you relate?
Oh, right.
Cringy intro.
I have one. I can go first.
Please.
So the weather has finally changed and it's not 100 degrees outside, but now it's cold. So I don't know why people do this. I don't know why I did it, but when it comes time to turn on the heat, like, why do we all wait until like we're bone chillingly cold and it's like 50 degrees inside and it's like, okay, fine, I'll turn it on. I did that this week and I was like, oh, it's 60 degrees in here right now and it's only going to get colder, but like, I think I can wait a couple more days. And then Fenna's like, what am I trying to prove? Like who am I trying to impress? Like, I'm turning on the heat.
I can totally relate. I think for all summer, you're like, I want it to be colder in here.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel guilty about it being colder in here.
Yeah.
And now it finally is colder in here and I like this. But then there becomes
But I'm so cold.
Yeah.
Now I'm too cold.
So like it got to 62 the other night and I couldn't sleep. It was getting to that point where I felt like I couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I turned it to 65 and then right to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Special number 65.
Is that, I don't know. That was what
I think mine said
right
a 63 at night. But
Yeah.
I was camping the other day and it was like 38.
oh, burr.
But I was packed up real nice, But then like if my foot like fell off the sleeping pad and was like on the ground in the tent, then I'd wake up and be like, ooh.
Oh my.
And if my head was like, if my arm were, or, it's just like anything touches the ground, you're just like, whoa.
Yeah.
But
That's how that's like,
Wow. Tent camping in this weather.
it was fun. Yeah. I'm just glad I didn't get eaten by the bear.
Oh, me too. I'm very glad you didn't get eaten by bears.
Or any bear. Yeah.
You were up north of Duluth.
North of Duluth. Yep. In the North Shore. I just wanted to see Lake Superior and get out there.
Very cool.
So one thing that I wonder if you can relate. I was taking these days off. And so I just, didn't check email for the last 5 days. And I'm a little scared of opening that tab on the phone.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't know. Like I was talking to a friend of mine and he was like, you mean you just have never opened it? Like you never clicked that button? And I was like, no. And he was kind of surprised. He said he thinks he would always keep an eye on it or something. But it felt good to not look for a while and just kind of like be at peace. And of course the camping, I was out of touch. Like there was no chance. But now it's like, it's time,
Yeah.
So I'm praying for that courage and just resilience, but also, but I guess the relatable thing is like, how does it feel to like, just like have power over technology and not feel, I don't know, like, it's somewhere there, but feels good to get a little time away.
You're not a slave to to the technology and.
I sure am, but I still maybe like this is one sign of strength. One small victory, right?
Yeah. Hey, I can relate to that. Just like I don't want to check the emails, and then well, once I get back, it's like it's very difficult to get through them all.
Time to work, yeah.
And I feel like if it's important enough, if I miss something, it's important enough, people email me back. So just a note to all my parishioners listening, like if you email me,
twice,
and I'll respond like. Sorry about it. Might just have to send me another one. But yeah, it's a struggle. It's a challenge. So good luck with that.
Thank you. We'll make it.
My Kenny related is also is weather related as well. Like all of a sudden, totally in the mood for soup.
Yeah, I bought stuff to make soup.
Like just like it's soup weather.
It's
just
soup season.
Like soup season. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So
what kind of soup would you go for? I mean, any of them, or do you have one in particular?
I do like to change it up. I don't know that there's a definite go-to for me, but probably one that I don't get very much. I really like is like Wisconsin cheese or like a cheese broccoli kind of soup.
Yeah.
But then just this last weekend I had dumpling soup that was amazing, and my mom used to make that all the time. So those egg dumplings, so good. Just had chili the other night.
Oh,
and I love a good like white chicken chili. Like that's so that might be maybe a top.
Nice.
Now I got stuff to make beef vegetable.
Someone brought me some beef vegetable. Fantastic.
Oh, then I don't want to bring it to you. I'm sure mine would be
It was
fantastic.
really good. I mean, yeah. There's this.
Hey, he's excited about any soup, so you can. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Just bring it on.
A lot of good soups.
Soup and a loaf of bread might be in your future.
All right.
We'll see.
See how the week goes.
But we'll see how tomorrow goes. Usually I only get things done on Sundays. So.
Father John, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes. Thank
God
you.
bless, guys.
This was
Thanks for having
lovely.
me.
Thank you so much.
And I'll pray for you and your parishes and the diocese going through the transition time.
Yeah. Honestly, thank you for advice for that. That was a really hopeful message. I think that probably a lot of us needed to hear. So, yeah. Well, thanks for joining us. As always, we are praying for you.
May God bless you all.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.